Good evening, everybody. This is Ricky, your host with the Chronicles of a Mysterious Universe. I'm going to bring on our guest here. All right, how's it going, everybody?
Pretty good.
Hi, can you hear me good?
I can hear you.
Ricky,
Okay.
this is Fabian. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And it looks like Sky, it looks like your microphone is muted, just in case you didn't know.
No, I know.
Perfect. All right, so we are live. We should be streaming on YouTube and Facebook. So let's get started with introductions. I've already done mine, so who wants to go next?
I hear some background noise, Ricky. Ricky,
Yeah, I hear it too.
it sounds like a ghost box.
That might have been me going down the stairs. I'm trying to get my charger.
No worries. We are good.
Don't mind me in the creepy lighting out here. Look, I've got the candle.
Yes, that's good atmosphere. I like the creepy lighting. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's perfect for Halloween. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's not. Are you stopped? Are you standing still? Are you standing still?
Oh no, I'm trying to get my charger plugged in. So if you see me in the background, it looks like we're zooming all over the place, and you'll know why.
Okay, that's all right. I'm staying in my creepy candlelight. All right, how you guys doing? How's everybody?
I'm
Pretty
doing
good. I'm
great.
gonna get the ambience a little better in here. Hang on.
No worries.
Introductions.
Hi, Ricky.
Hi there.
Heard a lot about you, man.
Hey, thanks. Good.
Okay, who
All right.
Do you think maybe if we mute the microphones when we're not talking, it might help with that feedback?
That's a good idea.
Could work.
I get one a year.
All right,
Who
tell
goes
me if
first?
do I have feedback with my voice here?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Do
Cuz
I?
you got headphones?
Yeah, my headphones are on.
All right. You got okay. Babe, you got headphones?
No, I'm going just with the phone itself. Look,
Okay.
Petey decided to join. Look behind me.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey, Petey, say hi to everyone.
Oh, hello, little baby. What you
Hi,
doing?
Petey.
Hey,
Hey.
Petey's famous. What can you say? So she's like, nope, I'm not interested.
Oh, he's like, what is going on? So,
You
Ricky,
gave up on us, Petey, didn't you?
Hmm?
you're gonna do introductions, Rick?
Yes, let's go ahead and get started.
Okay.
We'll go in order of how you are on my screen. So right now we have looks like Laurissa here, and we'll go ahead and introduce you two there.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Laurissa Rex, and this is my husband, Alan Rex.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. We are the founders of High Spirits of Palmerton Paranormal, which is a Parascience research team, and Third Eye Event Productions, which brings you paranormal investigations, paranormal tours, and special venues that may not already be known to be haunted. So kind of like niche locations.
Okay. All right. Who's next? Lisa, go ahead and tell us about you.
I am Lisa Terrio, founder of Pennsylvania Underground Paranormal Society and co-host of Scanning the Frequencies radio station on liveparanormal.com. Also a history buff and love to do events and volunteer at historic locations.
Nice.
There
All
you
right. And Fabian, go ahead.
Well, Fabian Pierre Trahan. I've been rocking out on the internet since 1997 with paranormal research, but before that, all the way back to 76.
Nice.
You can find me at fabiantrahan.com. And it's been up since 1997. And Lisa is my cousin.
Yes, we are cousins.
All right. And
Yep.
Sky.
I'm Sky March. I'm the lead investigator and the social media manager for HSPP. I also am known to run around as Oogie Boogie. You want to check out the videos on TikTok? They're fun.
Okay. All right. Let's dive in. So, what we can talk about tonight?
Well, I think we have an event to talk about, don't we, Laurissa?
We do.
Yes.
And I want to tell you something, Lisa, and well, I want to
What?
tell everybody, but Lisa, you especially, because you're a history person. I
Yes.
had the most amazing thing happen.
Uh-oh. What happened?
So, Hell House, the set of Hell House, which we'll get into here, is
Right.
one of it's our main premier location, as you guys may not know, but Lisa knows.
Yes.
And there is no historical record at all for this building prior to 1969. It's like it didn't exist, but the building definitely was built in the 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s. But something amazing happened recently. I don't come from Palmerton. He does.
Okay.
He went to confirmation class with a guy that he ran into, I won't say his name. He ran into somebody, and that person's family was the first family to own the land in 1742, and they have all of the records. So all these
fantastic.
crazy entities that I've been seeing and meeting and not having any way to verify,
Right.
he knows. These are his
That's
ancestors.
fantastic. Oh my God. Oh, that's great.
The universe, talk about a mysterious universe. They just threw this guy at us.
Yeah. But you know you were meant to find it. So you know what I mean? You were meant. Everything was meant to be. So that's the way I look at it at this point. You were meant to, and that's amazing. The history, you probably got everything now you know you can dig.
No,
you know?
we haven't even tapped into it yet. We haven't even, all we got is that his family owned the land in 1742.
That's
and
enough.
And wait, and originally there were 8 farms on the land, and one of them has been completely taken over by water. It is completely underwater somewhere on the land.
Oh, you know there's a cemetery under there, right?
Amazing.
Yep.
So excited. So excited.
You know.
Very cool, man. That's cool.
I know. So, yeah, we were going to talk, Lisa, I think, Hell House Paracon.
Yes. Yep.
So, Hell House, it's an iconic horror movie that was filmed here in Lehighton, PA. The movie actually takes place up in New York, but the location of the movie is this building called the Waldorf Estate of Fear Haunted Attraction. It is literally in the middle of like a desolate highway in Lehighton, Pennsylvania, in Carbon County. And the producers of the movie were looking for a location that was more obscure, and our business partner Angela runs the haunted attraction there, and they recruited her building, and they filmed there. They filmed the trilogy. They will be filming a 4th movie at some point. There's rumors at some point here going forward. And what ended up happening, a little like the little history there, was Angie ran this haunt she's been running the haunt for about 18 years. It's her 18th year. In 2014, they filmed the movie there, the first one, and then they filmed the subsequent ones thereafter. And she has fashioned her haunted attraction after this movie, Hell House. So here we come.
Yeah.
We move. We live down the block, like literally down the road, about a mile away. My daughter turned 15. She loves makeup. She loves artistry. She went to go get a job there as a haunt actress, and they hired her to do makeup. And at her dress rehearsal, she came home and oh my God, haunted. Like, so I reached out to Angela, who, by the way, also designed the set of the movie, helped produce the movies, and was one of the directors of the movie. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, my daughter works there. Is it, can we come in and do an investigation? And that is how HSPP and the Waldorf and Hell House kind of just were born all together as a partnership, because that place is insane. There's never not activity.
Wow.
So after about the 6th investigation, Angie kept quizzing me and my husband on Hell House, the movie. We hadn't ever seen it because we're terrible. So finally we watched the movie, and it's terrifying. Like, it's really a great movie. It's a paranormal movie. And that made me even more frightened to be in that building. And come to find out, there's this huge Hell House following. Huge. So we started to market Haunted Hell House, Paranormal Paradox, and started doing tours out of there. And it got bigger and bigger. And then finally, now here we are. We have Hell House Paracon.
Which is going to be really good. you're just getting your foot off the ground with it. So vendors can contact you and schedule. I mean, I don't know if you got the pricing for vendors yet. Is it set up?
We didn't come up with a price yet. Angie is still running her haunt, and she's kind of engaged, so I haven't had a chance to talk to her. But I talked to a couple people today, and I haven't announced it yet, but they're on board, so I'll just go ahead and give you guys an idea. Yep. April Bassett. I can never say this poor woman's name.
Bassett.
I don't know. She's a very beautiful young lady, a medium, psychic housewife of New Jersey. Psychic.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
She's going to be a guest doing gallery readings for us. Sam, again, another name I cannot pronounce. Butrasis. If I'm butchering it, help me out here.
I actually know him. He's a friend of mine. It's Baltrusis.
Thank you. And I know him too.
Sam is a really cool dude, by the way. He's awesome.
So cool. And he's coming as one of our premier guest speakers.
Right on, man.
Yeah. And then we have for vendors, we have Interstate Paranormal. We have Get Haunted is coming as a vendor, possibly more. We're talking to them a little bit right now. We're not sure. So we just really have had a lot of people reaching out that want to do it. And it's just looking like it's going to be huge.
Sounds like it. Wow. Really cool.
Well, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that is really cool. You're rocking out, Laurissa. I'm telling you, guys are really rocking it.
Just take it one day at a time. Take a list of the vendors' names, and as soon as you have the pricing worked out, contact them. Tell them you'll be in touch with them, and you'll be good. Yep.
Oh, listen, you danced this dance before, haven't you?
Oh, I danced this many times.
Oh, and of course, what I forgot, Lisa is coming to do a talk.
Yeah.
She was the first one to sign on. The first guest speaker.
Great.
Yeah, I'm going to do a lecture on Frank Sumption. Yep. What happened? What's that? Oh, there it is.
That laugh goes with that devil.
Can I just say really quick that I have no artistic anything in my body, and somehow I managed to make that better, and I will never change it because I don't know how. So.
What is that feedback?
I'm not sure.
Listen, we're echoing. See?
Hey, let me do a mic. I'm going to do a mic check.
All right. Do a mic check.
Yeah. Am I echoing when I talk?
No. And now I stopped echoing too.
Somebody might be watching it live as we're talking. That would do it too, though.
Oh, that might be it. I wonder who it is. Look at that. No, there it goes again. All right, there it goes. I can't.
We'll push through. We'll manage. Yeah, somebody's watching us.
Yep, because you're echoing now too. Hold the double thing between the podcast and then the YouTube, right?
Right.
That's it.
So, Laurissa, I got a question for you. Don't mind me asking did you guys already have the largest special thing? Oh, she must have forgot to unmute.
No, she started. We're having a paranormal occurrence.
Oh.
I couldn't hear you. It's echoing so bad.
We might.
Okay. Can I ask again? Can you hear me now? Sound like a commercial for a phone. Okay. Did you guys already have your largest ghost hunt event?
Yes.
How did that go?
It went great.
That's awesome.
We loved it. We had a fantastic tour that came through that we took through the building. It was active. It's always active. So it was fun.
That's great. That's awesome. Lisa.
What?
Are you
Yeah, I'm on the porch.
I thought so.
I'm outside and I'm on the porch with candle and my phone.
There you go.
Mhm. Where I have some privacy to do the show.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way I like it.
All right, Lisa, I think it's you that's echoing.
Is it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Hold on. Let me. I'm echoing, but somebody else say something.
Boom.
So,
All right, let me unplug and plug back in.
are you on speaker?
Yeah, now I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you twice.
All right. See, now something's up. Hold on. Hold on. I'm back with the headphones. What do I do?
Good question.
No, I turned off the mic and I hear you guys echoing. Hold on. Let me mute.
All right. So we're still echoing. I'm gonna mute mine too.
I'm gonna mute too.
All right, I'll unmute just mine. Are we still echoing?
No.
All right, let's unmute one at a time. So I'll mute mine again. We'll have somebody else unmute and talk.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Now you're echoing again. We're echo. I'm muting.
I know what it is. You're on Apple and I'm on Android. I'm just kidding.
I think it's you, Lisa, that's doing it. Because it wasn't echoing.
I'm muted and I still hear you echoing. Hold on. I'm muting again.
All right. So it's just me and Fabian.
Hello.
Are we still echoing?
I don't hear any echo at all.
I hear it, so I'm gonna cut out of the show because if it's me, I don't know.
It might not be you.
Yeah, it sounds really weird. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys take over from here. All right, and I'm going to go back in the house. Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye.
Are we still echoing now?
No.
Oh, we are.
Oh, shit.
Which one of us is it?
Oh, is it us?
It might be. All right, I'm going to mute mine. You leave yours on, Laurissa.
Hi. How are
Is it
you?
echoing?
I didn't think it was ours. You're muted, Fabian, cousin Fabian.
I'm going to mute mine and have Fabian come back on.
All right, there we go. Yeah, you did it a minute ago too, cousin Laurissa. You talking like I can't hear you.
Maybe it's me. Let me check something.
Right.
How about now? Is that better?
Yeah.
No, right?
I don't hear any echo.
It's better than it was before, at least. I can hear myself, though.
I hear your echo.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You sound great to me, Ricky. I don't hear any echoes.
I think it's you, cousin Fabian.
Yes, I planned it all.
Process of elimination.
Yes, I did it.
But when he muted, you didn't echo.
All right.
Maybe your laptop speakers on. Computer speakers.
Oh, yes, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm on phone. Is anyone using laptop?
I'm on a desktop.
I'm on a laptop.
But I'm also using a mic.
That might be where
That might be it.
if your desktop microphone is on.
Oh yeah, it could be a feedback loop. Yeah, very
Hey,
good.
hang on.
I actually have to mute my when I do my podcast sometimes.
I'm gonna change mics out.
You chase Lisa away.
Y'all said it was me.
I know everybody's trying to put fingers at it.
I'm the ugly one. I get it, but you know,
Oh my god.
I'm probably the oldest one here.
I don't know.
I'm a '68 model.
Well, I'm 28 for the 13th year in a row, so I know it ain't me.
Oh, okay. Nonetheless, it's good to see you guys.
You too. Where do you live? Are you coming to our Paracon? What are you doing?
No, I live 700 and something miles from you, south on 81. I live down here at the very beginning of Interstate 81, right where the Smokies and the Appalachian Mountains.
I know where you are. Over by Roanoke.
I'm 50. No, actually, no. I'm 100 and about, let's see, Roanoke's 150 in Virginia, and then you go another 70. I'm 220 miles south of Roanoke. I'm over by Knoxville, but
Oh, you're in
I'm 59 miles from Dollywood as the crow flies.
Yeah, you're like that.
Yeah, I'm over here at the very beginning of about 23 miles north of I-81's very beginning, where it starts. Here in the south.
all right.
I'm in Dollywood Country, Smokies, blah blah blah.
We were trying. We've been out that
And I would love to come here. I'd love to come, but I was talking to Lisa. What we'll probably have to do, I'll have to do a live, maybe do a live broadcast, and maybe simulcast it somehow on the podcast. And by the way, I meant to tell you, I'm officially been asked to be Lisa's co-host permanently on long-term slides. And me and her will be doing scanning the frequencies. And by the way, I gotta say something. I love technology. I like to code and do, and computer engineering. I got a degree in it. I like the StreamYard setup. It's pretty fascinating. I'm actually very interested in how it's working right now. Are you
So
using
so good.
OBS by chance? Does it use OBS?
No,
Okay.
it's through the website.
It's just the website. They do all the fun stuff, huh? Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have to do a lot of prep before I start the the podcast for YouTube Live, Facebook Live. This looks like it's kind of cut and dry. I
I
like
like
it.
it.
Nice.
Plus, I could get all the bugs taken care of.
Well, I don't think it's the website's fault because some of us
No.
aren't getting echo. You're sounding perfect. Am I
It could be my
echoing?
own. No.
Okay.
No, but your volume is going in and out. I'm just saying.
Hey, Sky, I talked to you on scanning the frequencies, didn't I? About 2 weeks ago. Was it you?
Oh,
No, Marlena.
phone in.
I was thinking it was you that I talked to. Are you psychic?
I have like
Laurissa, when you were on the show 2 weeks ago, was Sky the one that was on there with you?
Marlena.
Not this guy. This guy.
No, I
Sky.
was on it too.
Yep, I thought so.
Because you asked if I believed everybody had psychic abilities to some extent.
That's it. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Sky. Ricky, how
Yes.
long have you been doing this?
Years and years.
Okay.
Not professionally, but as a hobby.
Yeah, me too. I started my hobby a little late, but it's a labor of love. I enjoy doing it when I get a chance when I'm not on the road driving.
Mm.
Love to do it.
I've had my share of experiences.
Well, you mind if I ask you what started your journey in the paranormal? What got you going?
When I was 5 or 6, I saw what they call the Hat Man, which is a shadow person.
Yes, we actually had one in our living room. My son-in-law.
It's pretty common.
More
Oddly
common
enough.
than people actually admit or realize. Yeah, that's cool.
It's cool, but nobody knows what he is.
I don't know what it was either, but it was not only that, it was actually, it changed into like, you know what a funnel spirit is? You know what a funnel, you ever heard of a funnel ghost or a funnel spirit?
Mm-mm.
It's like a piece, like where a spirit would in life, where you'd see a shoulder or a part of their body. Like it's not a full torso apparition, but it's like you see like a shoulder or the part where the neck and the shoulder meet, or, and it looks like a funnel, but it's basically the residual spirit moving by the camera. And you're getting this effect from the camera as it's moving by of what it looked like in life. Does that make any sense? And usually they're residuals. Because when they get them, a lot of times it's like a reoccurrence that happens, not necessarily annually, but it's like Gettysburg's full of these things. Gettysburg is a residual hotspot. It's got all kinds of these flashes, you know, like, and you catch them and they're like, then they disappear. And it's like a part of the body. It's not always the entire full torso. It's like just a phase of like where they, what they were doing or where they were, what they look like in life, but it's not the whole capture. It's just like that little quick, and often it looks like a funnel when it goes by, like a, but you can see the outline or a hip or a leg or a shoulder or a part of the head, and it always has that little funnel, like, you know, like a kind of spin to it. Have y'all ever seen anything like that?
I haven't.
I got to dig up the photo, but I actually caught one in our living room. It was the hat thing, and then it was the funnel thing, so it was kind of cool. And I don't investigate my own home. In fact, I tell them to get out.
Yeah.
Because it's your home, and I don't believe in investigating and tweaking your own home, because when you do that, to me, you're inviting them into your home. There's been 5 properties on this house. 5 houses on this property. 5 properties. We're in the 5th iteration of that since 1794. So there's been other structures where we live, and we live in the most modern one, 1966. So we don't know what era these residuals were from, but I've managed to get rid of them. And we haven't had any more occurrences. What really makes me mad is when you're trying to watch TV and they start shutting the TV off. That's when I put an end to it. Because I don't like anything trying to take over dominance in my home. It's got to be my rules. It's my home now. You had your kids. You were here. This is my shit. You need to back off and go on. This is our place. So I demand my dominance over our domain, and I'm polite about it. Unless one of them sneaks up behind me when I'm trying to adjust my mixer. One time, and I thought it was my wife. Right? True story. She fell asleep. And this is what I thought. I thought she was standing behind me. I was talking to her for like 5 minutes, guys. And I was adjusting the mixer because I just got a Xenix, mixer, and I was trying to adjust the channels on it to get the sound right and do the mix minus and everything. Mm-hmm. And I was telling my wife the whole story about it. The only problem was I turned around and there was nobody there, but I felt her over my shoulder the whole time. And I thought it was her. I turned on, and I had a K2 meter. I had a K2 meter laying. Yeah, there it is. I had a K2 meter laying on the dryer and washing. It's the laundry room, was where my studio is. So I turn around. I'm just so happy to have a K2 meter there. So I grabbed the K2 meter, and I'm like, solid red, just red oil. And I'm standing this right behind me saying, "How dare you invade my space? How dare you do that?" Because I'd gotten up and looked, and guess what? Where my wife was? She was on the couch asleep. Mm. And I think it's where all that energy from that mix board, where I had all them wires laying around, I think it was having a snack, an electromagnetic snack. And I've never gotten the solid red, other than testing the K2 against the power, the panels of the, because I tested them. I was putting it up against the, where your switches are for your house, and testing it. But this actually happened right behind me, and there's nothing there. So. That really happened, and I told it to leave, and I haven't had any more experiences since then. We did have what I believe to be a little girl that was running around here too. At Christmas, she would like to thump the red ornament, only the red ornament the big red ornament on our tree. It would just go. Through.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And my mother-in-law, before she died, she claimed she saw her. So yeah, but I run them off. How do y'all feel about your own place and investigating it? How do y'all feel about that?
I just shared something in the private chat. It's a link to our website. If you click on that website and you scroll down, there's 2 pictures there. One is a sketch, and one is a real picture. If you want to share,
Okay.
I will tell you that this entity appeared in my home. It doesn't matter. It matters not. You see the sketch there? If you click up the pictures, the one on the right is a sketch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see what you did there.
And the one on the left is the actual person. So let me tell you a little bit about what happened.
Oh, please do. That's fascinating. I know where you're going, but I got to hear you tell me that.
Because I'm a medium, entities touch me no matter what. I don't have to be in a location that's haunted. I'm like a beacon.
Yes.
We were going over to Belle Grove in Virginia. I'm in Pennsylvania. We're talking about a 7-hour away location. I turned around in my kitchen and that person was standing there. Now, my daughter is a psychic medium as well. I told you that. I asked her to draw this person. I said, "Please draw this person. I feel like they're going to be in Belle Grove when we get there tomorrow. If they're there, I need them." So she drew the sketch. When we got to Belle Grove, I went to the room. I checked in, and there was a binder there. And I was in the George Turner suite. And Mr. George Turner was the same exact entity that was drawn, and down to the nose, the bow tie, the shirt, and the hat. That's how he appeared. And if you scroll a little further down, you'll see Mr. George Turner, an actual picture of his ghost legs following me caught on a trail cam.
Legs.
Bring it back up.
Go ahead and go back and scroll down. See that? There's the first picture on the left is me. Just click it. If you click it, it'll show and then the right is the ghost legs that walked right behind me. But if you want people to see it, you'd have to make it bigger and click it.
There you go.
It doesn't let me click it.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So that being said, it doesn't matter. That entity is in Virginia and still took the time out of his afterlife to come to my kitchen the night before.
Can you right click it and open image?
I can do it.
Browsers will let you open the image.
I can do it. I'm gonna save it and send it over to you.
Okay, well I'll tell you what. Yeah, that's really great stuff, man. That's actually, I forgot the legs. The part of the body as it's going by. You also see that kind of residual funnel, it's like a blur, but it also looks like it's funneling. So yeah, I got you on that. And yeah, I actually have heard of people that sketch what they're seeing in their mind's eye. Yeah, it's quite cool. Cindy Kaza is actually someone who does that quite extensively. She's over on Travel Channel with Dave, Darkness Dave.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I think I know what's causing the echo.
Which would be?
It would be whether you have your volume up too loud, and the feedback from the volume that they're receiving from the show is coming back through the audio back into the show itself. It's a feedback loop.
If you click that, you should get to the ghost picture. That'll show his legs.
Oh, I sent it up? Okay, let me open it up here.
All right. Ghosty legs.
Sexy legs.
He followed me all night. He was a ladies' man.
As long as they don't kick you, right? You ever been kicked?
I've been assaulted. I don't have time for them.
Oh, they make me mad when they do that.
Can you make it any bigger than that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not on the screen.
There you go.
Do you see those ghost legs?
Yes, I do. Oh, this is better than any Travel Channel show. Look at this.
And that's caught on a camera set up in the dining room at Belle Grove.
There you go. Oh, I love that. I'm digging that Victorian era furniture.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that place.
That rocks. That reminds me of the Lizzie Borden couch, except it's the wrong color.
Well, George was acting that night. He showed up on infrared. He showed up on thermal. You guys, you never see nothing like a silhouette of a body, heat signature, sitting in a chair. I never seen anything like it.
I just zoomed in on it because I'm on phone, and that is remarkable.
Yeah.
That is very, very.
Oh, I'm so excited. I have another one I have to show you. You're not going to believe it. Look at this. This one's incredible. You're going to be like, no way. But that's what this is about, right? Check this one out, guys.
All right, it's loading. Okay. Let me share it.
I'm so excited.
Let's see, which one is that?
It's the second link I said, or third link I said. Last one.
Ghost in the Mirror.
Yes.
Ooh.
If you can make it bigger, it's a Civil War officer, Union soldier holding his cap down to his chest.
That's very tasty. I see it.
Oh my God! Tell me that's not amazing.
Look at the light. Look at the white emanating from the face. That's amazing.
So let me tell you,
it's like
we were sitting in the slave quarters, and I heard heavy boots, military boots. Now I was in the military for 20 years, so I just know what it sounds like. I heard the military style boots coming into the room, and the mirror was straight in front of me. And I said to the other investigator, I said, a soldier just walked into this room, and as soon as I said it, he snapped that picture in front of me, and he showed up in the mirror.
Do you think it was residual or intelligent?
No, he took his. No, it was intelligent because when he came in, he acknowledged me as a lady and took his hat off, and that's what you're seeing in that picture.
Okay, I'm sorry. You were breaking up a little bit. I must not have felt that part, but yeah,
that's okay.
It seemed like you said that like you had already said it, so I apologize.
No. I was just excited. That's my excited voice, cousin Fabian.
Well, my question to you about this would be, what do you think the white glow of the face is? That the head? You think that's the head and the face and the kepi?
I think that's the head. I think if you look really close to the original photo, you can see the nose, you can see a goatee and a mustache, and then that's the hat that he's holding.
Okay, I'm seeing what you're talking about now. A side profile.
Yep.
The side profile, the nose is side, right?
Yes.
Yes, I'm seeing it now. I'm looking at it. I was looking at it the wrong way, but I see the nose.
Yes.
I see the mouth. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
And there's even a kepi on top of its head. Like a hat, right?
The hat is on his chest. He took his hat off and he's holding it here, which is what, like a gentleman taking they took the hat off and held it down because he's in. First of all, he's indoors, and military don't wear their covers indoors.
Oh, that's correct. I wasn't in the military, but I'm aware. I'm from a military family.
So that's what and I'm a woman, so I feel like he had it to hear, like, out of respect.
Right on. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Thanks.
That is very, very cool, and you explained it very well.
Thank you.
Because I was a little confused. And when you first see the face, it looks like an alien. If you're, because you're doing the pareidolia thing, the first thing you see is it looks like it's got an alien, like the aspect of the face and the eyes and everything. But then I realized you're talking about further up and sideways. That's when I saw what you were talking about.
And if you guys are interested, I can let you listen to an EVP that we captured that is so loud and so clear. Again, you're going to be like, no way.
Now you should be able to screen share yourself too.
Let me
see
if I can.
Where it says present at the bottom.
I maybe could. All right, let me bring it up and see if I can do it. All right, okay, I see what you're saying. Let me try it now. Present, share screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And type and audio. and share. Tell me if you can see it.
Oh, well, that's cool. Is it doing that like the little
OBS.
Yeah, that does it to me all the time. It's so annoying.
Mhm.
Like the Dark Shadows kind of thing. Remember that? The intro to Dark Shadows where it's got all the
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's Night Gallery. My bad.
Oh okay. It's been a long time.
Yeah, well, I grew up watching that.
And just go click it back.
Yeah, I remember the beginning of Night Gallery and the painting and the painting and the painting and the painting and the painting. And Google Desktop does.
All right, so can you see it?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to go into it now. And you tell me, can you see this?
Okay, there it is.
You see what it says, Pip Pip and Cheerio down here?
I see a stick figure. Oh, there it is.
Ready? Listen to the audio on it.
Listening.
Why isn't it letting me? It won't play the audio.
I think you hit it and it didn't hit the button right. Try it again.
Click on hide.
Yeah, hi. Yeah. Can you turn your audio on, please?
My audio?
Yeah.
All right, let me do that.
At least on my end, I couldn't hear what it was saying. Sorry. I've got my audio all the way up and I still can't hear it. Put my ear to the... No. No.
A lot of us have feedback we're getting.
I think it is too. Can you explain what you heard? Oh wow, it's mute. Ricky, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I pasted it. I pasted the link, and maybe you can play it from your end if you want to try.
I'll give it a try. All right, here we go.
No, you would have heard it by now. Well, I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
So there's a place outside of Philadelphia. It is the first property ever owned by William Penn. It was a mill that was gifted to him by King George. It is called Britain Lodge. Britain Lodge is where the Benjamin Franklin, Hamilton, they all got together and had secret meetings to overthrow King George.
Yeah.
I went there and I didn't know any better. And it was before we were a big group, before anything. We went there to investigate. I walked in and I saw them all sitting, all these colonials with their wigs and their cordials and smoking pipes. And I tried to engage them and they wouldn't advance in the room. So I said to the investigator next to me, which was another female, I said, if they're not going to talk to me, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. So I walked out and I said goodbye then, and I went and walked out. She stops in the video. She's filming with the SLS, and it's just me and her. And she stops and, oh, there's one over there by the camera, like that just showed up. So I turn around and I go, what? And she goes, look. And she showed it to me. And then I said, are you a loyalist? Do you know who King George is? And clear as day and loud as I am, a man yells, Pip, Pip, and Cheerio.
Very British.
Yeah, British. Bloody hell.
It was crazy because we didn't hear it when it happened. And I hear everything. We heard nothing. We got home and we went through the evidence and I heard that and there's no reaction at all in the video. Like, we don't know it. We didn't hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's usually when you catch them. Is when you least, it's where you least expect there to be an EVP. When you start raising it above 280, you start hearing this, or dropping below 280, and to see if you get anything below the sound of the human voice. It's amazing the stuff that you start catching. Like I run it through audio, it was Audacity. And when I run it through Audacity and I raise it up to where you can hear it above the sound of the human voice, a lot of times you get these weird EVPs. Like it's like of that time era. Like I was in a graveyard in Richmond, Virginia, back in 2011, and I'd recorded, and I noticed that it was like a flat line, but I kept seeing these little bumps along the waveform. And so I started dropping all those and going in and amplifying those up above to where you could hear them. And I was getting stuff like gun and shot and help a whole lot. And I asked one of them, is it the Civil War? And it says yes. And then another says no. And then another says maybe. And that's what those little bumps were. I was getting different. And actually, you can hear that on my YouTube channel. It's Richmond, Virginia, and it's actually been up since 2011. And it's on Fabian Trahan, youtube.com. Little plug here, if you don't mind, Ricky. You can actually listen to that EVP, and it was a Shack 12587 that I'd done all of those with. And I got some amazing replies. And it was like you were saying, Laurissa. It's like you least expect what you get. And it's in places along the waveform that you don't expect to capture this. But then when you start amplifying and playing around, do a low pass, start checking it out and listening to the little subtle, then slow them down and expand them, and you start seeing all these little, hey.
But here's the beauty. But here's the beauty of that, Fabian. It's completely unedited.
Right. That's another raw. Absolutely.
This is in raw form. When you get off this call, if you listen to that, that's not run through Audacity. That's an SLS clip that recorded that.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, we're talking 10 years, 12 years ago. Gotcha. It was a little different. We didn't have all this cool. If you watch Ghost Adventures, and I have forever and a day since the beginning, you'll see this. They've got these boom mics now. And they're catching some really strange stuff on those, but not to steal what you were talking about. I actually build SLS cameras, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And the tablets that I used originally, you had to plug in a mic, like a condenser microphone, to run them through the tablets. We're talking 2014 tablets, and that's what I started building my SLS cameras with. When I hook the microphone up versus the microphone that's on the tablet, I know exactly what you're talking about right there. The SLS actually captures itself. Do you run soft for the SLS Windows 8.0, or I'm guessing on 10? Is that the one you're running?
We're on 10.
Okay. Well, it's the same difference. And you'll see the audio on that screen. It'll show the audio plus and minus. Whenever you're running, you check your audio, then you check the angle of the Kinect camera itself. That little screen, if you look at the audio and it's recording, you'll know when it's got two solid 25s. And then you go run that back through and you check out what you captured on Audacity. There's some really weird stuff that I've been getting online.
He's going to try and play this on the on his phone and see if our mic will pick it up for you to hear, because it's pretty loud.
And that's just SLS. That's not even the regular EVP recorder, digital recorder. If that made any sense.
What? Are you a loyalist? Are you British? You know who King George is?
Wow.
That's wicked.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wicked googlies, Laurissa. Wicked googlies.
That was crystal clear.
That was in your face, man.
And if we let it play, which we won't, because we won't take up more time, but if we let it play, I just keep babbling on like nothing's going on.
I put the clip on the Facebook group.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was really, really clear.
So when we investigate, as a group, we either get, and this is a question. I know we don't have much time left, but this is a good question to ask, because I ask myself this. When we go to these locations, we're there for 6 hours to 8 hours. If we're lucky, we're there overnight. If we're lucky. We get evidence. And I mean legit, like an EVP, we get something, flashlights turning on and off, doors opening and closing every time. But I know groups, not any like local, but like even TV shows, they set up for a week and they don't get what we get. And I don't mean just me, I mean these other smaller groups too. Like I've heard incredible evidence and seen incredible evidence that other groups have to offer, and they're there for 4 or 5 hours. So I just wonder, what is your thoughts on that? You know, why are the bigger like productions not getting or having to be there for so long?
It's a good question.
We don't have the answer, do we? You're muted. You're muted.
My mic was just causing a feedback loop. Was that question directed at me or Ricky?
It's directed at everybody. I want opinions. I want to know.
Ricky?
I don't know.
Do
What do you
think it's
think?
the extra amount of people and the extra equipment, and it's just
Oh, well, I do have an opinion on that. And it's only an opinion.
tell me the opinion.
Okay, let me tell you. Well, first, let me kind of tell you how I feel about it. A lot of this, you know, you're talking about the higher end ghost investigation groups. Okay, first of all, majority of them, there's a difference between now. I've got a lot of friends. I'm really taking a risk here, but I got to say this. There's a difference between being scripted and actually just being there and doing the investigation and the research. When you script everyone and you got a production team behind you pushing your buttons, trying to make, you got to get this or get that, or every little thing that falls from a deteriorating building is, oh my God, what was that? You know. Then you start taking away what, to me, in my honest opinion, my truest belief in the truest form is that when you're there for the investigation and not for the production and not for the glamour and not for all the other nonsense, that's when you're getting the real stuff. Because there's something about spirit that I've learned that if you ask them and you come in and you're polite and you're good to spirit, and spirit will give you what you need. You ain't got to push buttons or provoke or anything. It just starts coming through. And you start getting all this really holistic, cool captures, and they're talking to you. And like a shout out to Nickerson Sneed House and Glade Spring, Virginia, about 70 miles north of us. We've done our last investigation, Tri-10 Paranormal. Shout out to our group, Tri-10 Paranormal. And we done that investigation. And when I went in, the first thing I did, as I was walking in, I noticed the spirit had went by me into the parlor, and it stopped. And I don't see him straight forward. I seen it out of the corner of my eyes, like, and it stopped. And I'm like, I noticed that it stopped. And I'm thinking, this thing's casing me. So the first thing I said to that spirit, and it was a grayish colored, bluish colored spirit, I said, we're only here to ask questions. We're here respectfully. We don't want to come in here. If you allow us to come in here, if you want us to communicate with you and you've got anything you want to let us know, please let us know. But we're coming here out of kindness and just to hear your side of the story, to hear your story. Can you share that with us, please? I'm still going through evidence, and it was back in April. And we got a lot. We got a lot. Now I'm a truck driver. I got one day off of weekends tonight. But I'm telling you, we got some amazing stuff. And if you go to try10paranormal.com, you will get to listen and see the evidence that's on there. And I'm just throwing a plug out there. But in order to articulate my talking point about what you were saying, Laurissa, yeah. You get all this production team and they're trying to get you to meet a certain quota. You got to get this much evidence and all that. That's not research. That's a TV show. What we're doing is actual research. What we're doing, like you, what you're doing is you're trying to gather. You know, the paranormal isn't this cut and dry thing. The paranormal will always be a mystery. And when it stops being a mystery, then maybe it's time to hang up what you're thinking about what you're doing. You need to reevaluate that everything that you hear isn't paranormal. And everything that, you know, pareidolia and all that stuff, it's real. You can look up in the sky and see ghosts all day and elephants and everything else. But until you actually get that concrete capture, those give me chills just talking about them. When you get the real deal and it really happens, that's what makes it important. Not how many people you got listening to you or watching your TV show. That's where I believe you get more evidence as just a run-of-the-mill investigation team. than you see all these other people out here with all this. It's all about money. It's sickening. I'm sorry. But
No,
it disgusts me.
I
It
appreciate it.
absolutely disgusts me when people forget about the research.
No, I appreciate it.
Now, go ahead.
We're gonna run out of time here, right, Ricky?
We don't have a set time frame.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't either, Ricky. That's exactly how I roll. Ricky, I want to have you on the show sometime. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks.
So I want to say something. We're actually hosting a tour out of Hell House tonight. So we will have to go pretty shortly. But before I go, can I do first off, we're going to be doing our own podcast. Sky is going to be hosting it and I will be co-hosting it. So going forward, look for that. If I can just plug real quick, High Spirits of Palmerton Paranormal and Third Eye Event Productions, our team. I want to thank them. Our team is amazing. We have gone through 2 years of growth, and the amount of turnover we have had because of the scandals of this industry is amazing. But the people that we have now have stuck with us through everything, and they deserve recognition. So to my team, we want to say thank you. And especially, I mean, we love them all, but those of you that are wearing a dual hat right now, evidence review technician, Keith, our social media manager here, Sky, and Marlena Beers, who is our senior case manager. You know, I can't do everything, although I think I can. I can't. And they're amazing. So and my husband is too. He has a full-time job and he now has 2 full-time jobs. So I just want to say that. And I want to say, if you guys, anybody who's watching this, go to Third Eye Event Productions, go to Hell House Paracon's group page, look for updates on that, vendor details, go to our Eventbrite. You can just search High Spirits of Palmerton or Third Eye Event Productions, go to our website, go to our social media. We're on every platform. We are live doing our investigations almost every weekend. We are somewhere. So go out there and check us out. And like cousin Fabian, he's my cousin now too, like he was saying, we're out there, we're doing the real research. We're not there trying to make the money. We're there trying to get the actual research. And we love it when people will watch with us and interact and ask questions and be part of that investigation. That helps to, that adds value to any investigation, in my opinion. So check us out.
Something I'd like to say. I got to do it so it doesn't cause a feedback loop, but I'm going to try to say it properly. Without hearing me go bloop, 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 bloop. I just want to say there is a difference between people needing to make money to further the research. Let me throw that in there. Not that everyone is just doing it for money, and people that ask for money to do it, and the recidivism or the reciprocation of that money that they make from the venues is going back into them funding more for their research. That's different. They're making money doing this, as you know. There's not a lot of money in this, but I like to think when I'm selling my cameras and my radios, my portal boxes, that money's going toward paying for venues that we want to go to. Everything's went up. I mean, everything is really expensive right now. So we're all struggling, and it includes the paranormal teams. So if you can support the paranormal teams and it helps them to further the research, that's groovy. It's these people out here making millions of dollars off of it. Every little noise is not a spirit, you know. Spirit is unique thing.
To that effect, to caveat that, that's what we do. We pump it right back into our group, back into equipment, venues. You know, I mean, advertising. We're not making any money off of this.
That's right. Yeah, but you know what you're doing? You're doing a greater service for everyone, and you're also bringing people into it and getting them interested in it, and that's very important. You got to further that. When it stops being about the research, like I said, it's just moved. It's just a bunch of talk and a bunch of smoke and mirrors. But when you're able to show those awesome clips like you did and show us that evidence, that's the cream of the crop right there.
So
that's
I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something, cousin Fabian, especially you, because this is something I don't share very often with a lot of people.
And I'm speaking for me and Lisa since Lisa had to cut out. So
I'm telling you all, I find you all very special. But I've never really said much about why we do the research, but it is to pick back off of what you just said. When I can see them and I can hear them, but you don't know that, right?
well, I can sense them, but I'm
I'm just saying, but if you meet me and I tell you there's a dead person there, you don't know that. So
Right.
when I was a young woman, my brother died. My second brother to overdose. I was going through a nasty divorce, and long story short, my children were told by somebody that there was nothing after. That when you died, it's hopeless. And my children were little. When I say little, I mean 3 and 6. And it was cruel. It was very cruel. So part of what I do is honestly to bring hope to people, because I can't imagine, and this is just me being human, I cannot imagine meeting somebody who truly believes that you live this entire amazing life and there is nothing after that.
I can't subscribe to that
nothing.
either.
There is no hope in that existence. What goal do you have? What moral compass can you possibly develop if there's nothing but the humanistic viewpoint of here and now and what can I do for myself? It's terrible not to think that there's a bigger purpose out there. And the only way you're gonna teach anybody that is to prove it to them. So that is what changed all of this for me, because I know there's something, I can see it, but you may not. I mean, you do. I'm just saying you all encompassing. So that, I just wanted to put that out there. You know, that is really the bigger picture for me, as in why this group was founded. And I have never shared that. I don't think even with Sky. I don't think she even knows that.
Well, that's what it's all about, and you frame that so perfectly. I think each and every one of us that knows that in our hearts, and when we're getting that evidence, those are like really special moments. And I understand that, you know, and it's not all paranormal. And I'm the first to tell you that you can't go into this and try to think that everything you're ever gonna get is paranormal. You just got to try to pick it apart and find out if you got anything. That's what it's basically all about. But what you're saying is the most beautiful aspect of it, is that you had that was your journey. That's what started your journey, is what happened. You started it to really feel in touch with your journey, and you want to share that with everyone. You want to get that message out to everybody. But it's like I tell anyone, if you try to push people into anything, and they're going to reject it. I mean, bam. I mean, if the moment you try to get anyone to do anything, and all of us here know this, when you try to convince someone, I like to use religion as a really good example of that. You know, like, you got parents that forced you into church, and then you grow up and you don't go to church. But you got parents that allowed you to find it on your own, and that's anything. Everything you found on your own, when it interests you, that's when you really grab onto it and you hold on to it, and you go to the next level with it. But when you're trying to force things on the people, they're going to reject it. The paranormal is about being open-minded. There's no closed-minded, closed-fist way of forcing you into anything. If you truly know that you're capturing these things and you're sharing that. What I tell people, this is one that I'm going to leave with you guys with, and this is really important to me, because you really struck a bone with me, Laurissa, a tone or a bone or whatever the hell you want to call it. And it's this. I told people this for years. You don't have to believe in ghosts and spirits to believe in me. But if you don't believe in me, piss off. Okay? Because that's people character assassinate you, and they call you all these names and they say all these things about you. And that's not believing in the person. I got family that's devout Christian, they still love you. Okay? They may believe I'm lost, and that's fine. But we all have our own calling, and I think we should never let go of that, especially if we fervently believe in what we're doing. And if you believe that what's going on, what's happening in your world, it doesn't matter what anyone else believes. They will go. But the ones that really believe in what you're doing, not you necessarily, but what you're doing and what you're trying to show the rest of the world, they're gonna be the ones that are gonna stick by you, and they're gonna believe in you. So if you don't believe in me, piss off. You ain't got to believe in ghosts. But if you don't believe in me enough that you think that I have a right to believe that this is what's going on, and by the way, proof is in the pudding. It ain't like we're just saying this in little clips like you showed. It ain't like we're actually showing that we have proof. So, if you don't love me, bite me. But I'm going to continue to believe the way.
You know what I say, Cousin Fabian, because that was beautiful. But we gotta go, and I want to leave you on a funny note. I'm sorry, I can't keep a straight face.
I'm just making sure I'm not bouncing around. I'm going to mute.
Ghosts are like STDs. Just because you don't see them doesn't mean they're not there.
Yeah, that's true. Not that I've ever had that problem. I mean, I haven't.
No.
But I can relate. I know people that did, and I know it's like, oh hell, what the hell is this? I'm like, I don't know. I sure well don't want to know. But I got a question for you, Laurissa.
All right.
And it's actually one I'm not sure if I was going to ask you this when we were doing the scanning the frequencies on Live Paranormal the other night. I have a question for you. And I may have asked you, so if I'm remembering that, please forgive me.
Okay.
When there's a dark energy, and they're not necessarily demon. Here's something I kind of want to split hairs with. You got these really dark human spirits, and if you're a sensitive, and I'm a sensitive, depending on your antenna, I'm guessing that sometimes you feel like a really negative human spirit, and you start to feel like it might even be a demon or something. That's the other thing that gets on my nerves. Everybody's screaming demon. It's a demon. It's a demon. What if it's just a really bad human spirit? Because the truth, the world's most weakest demon, the world's worst human spirit can't hold a candle to the world's weakest demon.
Yes, okay. I say this all the time.
Serious. Sulfur.
All the time.
Now, sulfur, you know, it's a whole. I mean, I've not been through it because I praise the Lord that I can feel when something's really negative and I don't need to be jumping in there. So some people tried to pull me. That's another story for a show. But I called them out and I said, there's something really bad in there. It was in North Carolina several years ago. And I said, how dare you do me like that? You just testing to see if I was real. But beside that point, my question to you was, and I had to kind of give you a little background about the demon thing. Not a demon, so that's clear. Have you ever felt a really bad, dark human presence and knew right off the bat that you needed to get out of there and that you didn't want to be a part of it?
First off, I will leave you with this because I do have to go, and it's not funny what I'm going to say. I have actually been toe-to-toe with a demon before I ever did this. I am born and raised Catholic. I have a very strong faith in God and Jesus. And what I encountered, first of all, was not there to begin with. If it was stirred awake somehow. And what happened was incredible. But that's a story for another day. And if I'm ever on your show, we'll talk about it. I know what that feels like. But evil spirit is definitely different. And I have been to 98 out of 100 cases where if it was evil, because they're not all evil, if it was evil, it was just a shitty person who just died and continued to be a shitty.
Absolutely. I would love to have you on the Parasanctum podcast. And we can talk about that another day. I know you got to go.
I do. We have a tour.
Go get them.
All right. Thank you so much for having me on, guys. And Ricky, if you want to do this again, I'm down. So thank you. And of course, Cousin Fabian, message me.
Definitely.
Ricky, it's been a blast, brother. It's nice meeting you.
You too. It's been fun. And hopefully we can figure out what's causing all this audio stuff. I can find a fix for it.
I think it's I don't know why, but I'm thinking it's my phone. It might be the way I'm holding the phone with the cup of my hand. Maybe it's like it's reacting like a cone. and it's sending a feedback loop of what the show's saying back into the. Because I've noticed when I'm mute, it gets really quiet. So I'm the one who did it. You were right, Larissa. It was my fault.
It's always you. No.
That's right.
Thank
Hey,
you
no.
so much for having us. And we'll touch back. Let's touch back again sometime in the spring.
I'd love
Thank you
to
for
do
being
this.
on. Thank
This
you all
has
for
been
being on.
awesome, man. No
Thanks,
problem.
guys.
Thanks
You
for
have a
having
great
me.
night.
You have a good night.
You too.
Night.
Keep it spooky.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up our show here. It was a good show. I do want to hopefully take care of the audio issue because I don't know if it was whose fault it was. I mean, it happened off and on with everybody, but there's got to be a way to fix it. But hopefully you enjoyed the show. We're going to try and do some more with this format here like we've been doing compared to my old method on Blog Talk Radio, which is just podcast. I do like the interaction with the face-to-faces and all that. But, well, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and show me your support. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And like the video if you can. Leave some comments. That way the YouTube algorithm can put the videos out there so others can see it. And we'll go from there. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. And we'll catch you guys next time.